IDGAF podcast. I'm Christina.
And I'm Esther. And today we have a special guest. He is our old roommate from fourth year in college. Today we have the famous,
God.
the infamous.
He's one of the top players of a really well-known game called RuneScape.
Oh my god.
You can find him on Twitch. He live streams.
Yeah, man, that mic over there is mine. You know, I got mine, so we have a double mic
Do you think if you wore a tank top, people would pay you money?
No, I'm not a girl.
Okay, yeah, but this is Milad.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just go into what we were talking, because we had introduced him as like, he does play RuneScape ever since like forever. How long have you been playing?
It's 2011.
Oh my goodness. Why do you even play anymore? No one plays that shit
I'm a
anymore.
fucking nerd, you know?
Sensitive.
I'm just kidding.
I'm a nerd, man. What can I say?
Okay, so getting into that, Christina and I were talking about what we should talk about with Mel for this podcast, and because he's a gamer, we wanted to ask him, like, mainly, I guess, why not, like...
Just
right, like,
all aspects of gaming, I guess, we kind of wanted to touch on. Because, like, we did briefly talk about this, but he says there's, like, MABGOMMRPG.
Yeah, that's close enough.
those
MMORPG.
You should talk into this mic.
Oh, hell.
You just go over here. Just because it's gonna pick up both.
Yeah.
Sorry, like, this whole 2 mic thing was like a struggle, so that's why we're like trying to
Struggling.
perfect it. Yeah,
we
still
need
struggling.
3 mics and a bigger table at some point. Definitely hit the mic. Also, just
Gotta make do with
Well,
this
you're
one
just a
bedroom
guest,
apartment.
so we don't need 3, but we might get 2. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see. Anyways, should we just like continue, like, what? So basically, we recorded this yesterday, but then it didn't work out, so we're recording again. But we just didn't want it to seem very repetitive for us. Yeah, because we obviously already talked about this yesterday. But I think we could go more into like the whole gaming thing, because I was talking to my friend earlier in the car, and then he was saying like, oh, you can get like a lot of money for if you like if you gamed and recorded on Twitch, like people would just send you money because you're a girl. And I was like, well, that's like kind of sexist.
Would you?
Okay. Well,
Would they send it if you weren't hot?
yeah, but it's for different reasons, you know? The popular guys are popular for one reason, popular girls are usually popular for another reason. I mean, generally, okay, so twitch.tv is a website where people live stream themselves playing video games. It's the biggest one on the internet. Twitch.tv/Malad, by the way, if you want to look at my channel. And then pretty much how it works is you start streaming, and then there's like a few levels that you can become like incorporated into their like company or whatever, and you get paid differently at each level. At the beginning, anyone can do it. You can just start streaming, but the more popular you get, the higher like level they let you like get to. There's like one called affiliate, there's one called partner, and then there's like, if you're just super famous, they just give you really good like splits on the income that you make or whatever. And they have different things you can do, like people will usually set up donation links inside on their channels, so people can
Sorry.
it's no problem. So like people can donate them money, and then usually when they're donated, like the person live streaming will be like, oh, thank you Steve 103 for the $5 donation, man, you're the homie.
You're fucking godsend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then, so people will donate for different things. Sometimes, if you're like a really big streamer, like the top guys get like tens of thousands of people watching them at the same time. Like this one guy.
Like PewDiePie? I'm just kidding.
He's more of a YouTube video maker,
Okay.
but I'm sure he gets
Wasn't
thousands.
he like originally a gamer person?
Yeah, but there's like live streaming, which is what that is, and then there's also like making you like videos and uploading them to YouTube.
Oh, like screen capturing you playing the game, and then you have like a little picture of yourself on the corner. Wait, is that Twitch also?
It's both. Yeah.
Oh.
You can do it however you want. Twitch is, the difference is one is live. Like it's happening right now.
Twitch is live.
So you can interact with the people watching you.
Yeah.
YouTube has live now too, though.
Does it ever crash?
Yeah, it does. I mean,
Isn't that so annoying though?
it's usually your internet that will crash. It's not usually like Twitch that crashes, but that does happen sometimes. Like if like big guys like go away for a little while and they come back, their comeback streams usually have like hundreds of thousands of viewers. Like this one guy, I'm gonna tell a story. This guy, his name is Dr. Disrespect.
The fuck? Okay.
He in like December, when he live streams, he's like, he has a character, and his character, it's like the Doc or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you and all this shit, and he like plays this badass, and He cheated on his wife in December, and like
Damn.
his whole family almost fell apart. So he like came on stream one day. He's like, "I want to be truthful. I cheated on my wife," and then it was just like a 2-minute thing. And then he's like, "I'm gonna take some time off." So like he came back like last week, like last Monday, and he had 400,000 people
Wow.
watching him at once. That he broke like world records of the most people watching him, and like. He had so many people watching him. Like there's a chat, right?
Yeah.
And people who are watching you can type in this chat, and like if you have that many people watching you, it just
you just can't even read it.
You can't even read it. So what he did, and you don't even need 300,000. People with like 5,000 do this. They make it so that there's a thing you can do where you subscribe to a channel and you pay like $5. And you get a little badge next to your name showing that you're a subscriber. So like obviously the streamer is like more willing to like talk to people who's their subscriber.
So they like block them if they're not.
No. Well,
like block them from the chat, I'm saying.
Yeah, so pretty much there's a thing called sub-only chat. So only people who paid money could talk in his chat. And even then there were so many of them he couldn't read any of that shit.
Wow.
And pretty much like the way it works is people will donate him $10, $20, $100, $200. And then he will read the messages that they send. So that's like the only way you get to talk to him is by donating him money.
Oh my god, that's...
That's
God,
smart,
it's like...
though.
They're paying this person that cheated on his wife.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Christina, he's still a person though. Like
Okay, yeah,
it's
I
for
know.
gaming. Like
I guess.
just because you cheat. Okay,
I guess that's unrelated.
I'm not supporting cheating, but like you can't shun someone just because they cheated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah,
I mean,
that guy
cheating.
got a lot of shit for that, and he still
I guess
gets shit.
he came like he was honest though about it, and I feel like I also feel like it's weird when people share their like he didn't have to share that part of his life.
I think
but it was cool that he did.
I think he did it so that his wife wouldn't leave him because they're back together now or whatever.
Okay.
Too. And he has a kid too.
What was the game he was playing?
It's called PUBG, like Player
Oh,
Unknown's
PUBG.
Battleground.
Yeah, I know. I only know this because of Jason.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he gets a lot of shit for it. It's pretty funny. Like, I remember he killed someone in the game, and he was like, "Oh, you fucking suck, man," in his like voice or whatever. And the guy was like, "Aren't you the loser that cheated on his wife?"
Oh my god.
So evil.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious. Anyway, he's a pretty cool guy in terms of like the persona and his little show. It's entertaining, but
How do you feel about personas? Like, what is it? Weird Frank or something?
Frankie? Filthy Frank?
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about him.
How do you even know
like
this stuff?
Miranda sings. He showed us this. He's
The
like
weeb
half
video.
Japanese, and he showed us a video about like he was explaining weeaboos, but he was talking like this and it was really annoying. Like he was.
Oh,
You know?
the video with the weeaboos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay,
And then
I remember
do you know
that.
Miranda sings? She's actually
No.
really freaking popular, but she like has this really weird like that's her character. Like they have these characters, but like even her there was like videos of her. I think. Like saying that her boyfriend sometimes says like, oh, she has a hard time getting out of character and stuff. Like I think
That's weird. But that's probably because like that's their job.
it
now.
probably started off as something they already did. You know how like if you talk in a whiny voice or something like to your like, boyfriend, and maybe she created this character using that kind of.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's such an interesting thing. But anyway, that was a side thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so we wanted to talk about like gamer boyfriends and how to like allot time so that it doesn't.
Wait, hold up real quick. The question that we never answered, you asked me, was like, how would I make money doing this?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So
do you
like
make money from it?
a little bit, yeah. I think
Damn,
Really?
that's dope.
I think I made like $140 in January. Like really, I don't make that much money.
Oh, okay.
He made $140 in like 1 second. The Dr. Disrespect guy, and yeah, I don't know. So like I'll have some subs in my chat or whatever, and they get a little icon too. But like it's like maybe 1 out of like 20
my
people
God.
is a sub to me or whatever.
Yeah. That's cool.
How many
though.
people watch your Twitch video?
Streams, sometimes it depends it like really depends on how consistent you are. So like if I go every day for like a week for a few hours, I could like expect to see between like 80 and 120 viewers. But like if I like miss a few days here and there, I'll only get like 40 or 50, something like that.
Wow. So it really does matter about like how often you do it.
Consistency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
consistency.
Yeah.
Because
What do
if
you
it's like, oh sorry.
No, go ahead.
Because it's if it's like you're not someone that they even watch regularly, like if you're not continuously, like you won't be relevant to their like feed, I guess.
Yeah,
Right.
like, they have to like make a connection with you. I have a few guys who are like my regulars or
connected?
whatever.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are you friends with your fans, or are you like they're my fans?
Dude, a lot of the people who watch me are my friends first.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
And then I have a few people who are like, there's a good amount of people who are just fans that I don't know at all. And
Stan? Are they Stans?
What's the Stan?
Like Eminem's song?
I don't know.
Do you know
song.
Stan? It's the song's about this really, really crazy fan that like pretty much ruined his whole life because he loved Eminem or something.
Oh no, I don't have any that crazy. There's one guy who gives me a good amount of money and I talk to him all the time. I don't know. I think he's pretty cool.
What's his like?
He's like your sugar daddy. I'm just
He
kidding.
doesn't give me that much money.
That's funny. We were talking about that earlier today.
Yeah,
He was a pretty cool guy. I don't know. Like, so pretty much on Twitch, you have to like pass $100 in a month for them to send you a check. And I was around like $87, and it took me like 4 months to get there. But like the last couple months have been like a lot better than like my first few or whatever. And I was like they were like, so when are you getting your first Twitch check? And I was like, oh, I don't know, I need like $13 more, which I could expect to take like a week or something, like a few subs here. Because the thing is you don't get the whole $5. You only get $2.50 when someone subs to you. And
so because like commission.
No, because the site takes some of the money.
Yeah, commission.
Yeah.
Is that commission?
It's not really commission, but it's like if you're getting money through us.
It's like for using their platform.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway.
a commission,
What's
right?
the word for it? There's a word for it.
It's like commission.
Like a finder's fee commission. Yeah, that's all fine.
Okay.
Anyway, so like the guy kind of just chucked me $13, and I was like, oh sweet.
That's really nice.
That's nice.
And he talks. He's like the most like comes in and talks to me and stuff. His name's Jeem.
Jeem.
Yeah.
Is that his real name?
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not.
Does any girls watch you?
Yeah, a few of them.
Oh, do you guys like hit it off or anything?
Oh no.
No, are you single?
I've like you can also have moderators in your chat. Like I have one named Athena, but I haven't seen her in a while.
What's a moderator?
Oh, they can like ban people in your chat and like
Wow.
change your title and.
Athena.
Yeah. I don't know, they all have their own weird
That's
names.
funny.
Like,
Wait, how is she how did she become the moderator?
well, she was a nice person. I gave her moderator.
Like, hey, cutie.
Yeah, you can pretty much give it to anyone who you want.
That's kind of
Can you take it away from them?
Yeah. I had like 250
Oh my God.
moderators, and I went and like got rid of like 190 of them
wow.
or something.
You know what that's kind of like? MySpace top 8.
Oh my god.
Like, you know some shit went down if they're not the fucking...
You know if it was real if you had a top 1 and it was like that one friend.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So like pretty much
He's like, I'm bored of this topic.
So pretty much people will watch you for different reasons. Like you could be good at the game, you could have a good personality, but a lot of girls get viewers because they don't wear a lot of clothes.
Of course,
And
yeah.
they're pretty sexual.
Dude.
So like just
But are they actually good at the game?
most of the time they're fucking ass.
Dude, honestly, I would totally do it, but I'm not even like super like attractive or anything.
They also just recently changed a whole bunch of rules to be like super strict about like because you weren't supposed to make it like they're called titty streamers. That's like the nickname they get. Mm-hmm. Like that they kind of just said that's like against the rules, but like pretty much they would instead of wearing bikinis they just wore really low cut shirts and like booty shorts or something like that. You know?
How does that even all show? Aren't they at a desk?
Yeah, they get up and they write the person's name on the board and jump around all excited.
Oh
like, give
my
them money.
god.
You can do whatever you want. You know?
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's like mukbangs.
Yeah.
Like mukbangs, they'll be like, well, they won't get up, but then they'll be like eating, and like if someone sends them money, they're a mukbang.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it in English.
What is it though?
It's just like
When
it's like
people
when people eat and then they like people can send the money and they eat like large amounts of food.
Yeah, like they eat on camera and like people just watching
Is there a
them eat.
website for that?
It's
like
just on YouTube.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's this original site where they actually get the money from.
Yeah.
But like I think it's probably something like Twitch. But basically like
They'll live stream themselves eating food.
yeah, so like the only ones that I've seen are like the Korean ones, which is I think it's where it started.
Yeah, I mean mukbang is Korean.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like the Korean ones, and then when you watch them eat, when you watch their videos of them eating, like because it's like replays, you know, it's not live anymore. But then even when it is live, it's probably the same thing. But then they're like, oh, like thank you this username for sending the money, and like thank you so much. Oh my goodness, like da 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 da. And then like they're just like eating, and the questions in the chat, they're like, oh, like what does that taste like? Or like, oh, you should wrap this and that. Like you should eat this together in your mouth. Or like, oh, you should like did you even really eat that? Like I didn't see you swallow it. Like or it's like some bullshit like that. And then yeah, so the whole time they're just like, oh, thank you for the money.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. That reminds me of the person that rolls her face in bread. Like, do people pay her?
I've actually never seen those videos, but no, she gets paid by. Didn't she get paid by watches on YouTube?
Okay, probably something like that.
Or
But
views
that
on
is like
YouTube?
crazy. Like I guess I'm jealous that she's so innovative of like smashing her face in bread because I would want to do that and get paid. But like,
Is she
that's
pretty?
She's okay. She did this like really funny. I think it was super. What's that like? I forgot, but it's kind of like BuzzFeed, where it's like a company that like makes funny videos, but it's like super something.
I don't know.
No one. Okay, well anyway, they kind of make this video. I'm pretty sure it's not serious, but like she was just like, yeah, like I really love bread, and I just really wanted to rub my like. She was like being all serious, and I thought that was really funny.
Oh, but it was an actual person.
Yeah, like she was like, oh, I started to dress up nice because I was like, I'm gonna think of this as a date with me and the bread. Like it was just kind of funny, and I just think it's great that someone thought of it, and it like some people are actually like watching it. And
dude, the things that get like YouTube famous or anything is like crazy. Like the person cutting the like magic sand.
Oh my god, I know, and making the goo, the slime shit.
Yeah, like
that.
slime, like what the fuck, like.
Oh my god, and those little tiny like it's almost like ASMR, but they like make those like Japanese packs of like candy. You can
the really mini
sushi,
candy.
and it's like
Yeah. It totally is ASMR.
It is,
actually,
right, dude?
yeah.
I actually really liked it because I really liked them opening the packages. I watched it when I was really young. But it was like before it was that many. I think though it was like the person I watched was called RR Cherry, and I think that that was one of the first people that ever.
It's like when when the like whole.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I've never heard of this before.
I feel like you're not really a YouTube person, huh?
I mean, I watch some YouTube videos, but I don't know how you guys came
I'm
across
not
this
really
stuff.
YouTube either, but
It's like the weird side.
Yeah.
there's like the thing where they make like it's like mini food, like they make mini.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
stuff.
those things.
It's like those
Oh
kind
my
of.
god,
things.
it's you know what's cute when they use a little quail egg and then they fry.
Oh my god, it's
kinda
cute when they use like the little
You
knife.
guys see the one where they made the burrito for the rat?
Yeah, oh my god.
That one's an American one though, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
probably.
it's funny because it sucks because animals are so unappreciative, I guess. They're just like, like doesn't even matter.
Well, because animals are just animals. They don't really think. I mean,
Yeah.
they do, but not
They're
like.
not gonna be like, oh, thank you so much
Yeah.
for this burrito.
Imagine like,
Anyways, as Christina said earlier, like gaming boyfriends.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about, I guess, because we always talk about relationships for some odd reason, even though I'm single. But anyways, I guess you could just say like the whole situation that happened.
oh, so my boyfriend and I live together, and then basically like we don't have. Like, I guess you would think that if you live together, you pretty much spend, like, every waking hour together. But, like, we work from, like, 9 to, like, 7. And so, basically, like, from when we sleep and we wake up. So, we only have the time, like, after work to, like, hang out, I guess. So, like, when I got home, he was playing games. And then he pretty much ignored me. Like, he ignored my text from... Because I asked him to, like, prepare some food. Because I was like, I'm fucking starving. But, 'cause I was on a diet. I was, like, fucking hangry, too. So, I was like...
He was on a diet?
I was on a diet. So, then
You were on a diet? You're still on a diet.
Yeah. Oh. Trying. I ate some fucking fries. So, I feel like today's out.
Oh, it's fine.
Like, every time I eat something bad, I'm just, well, diet's gone. I'm going to eat whatever I want today. But I was just, like, really hangry and annoyed that he ignored me because I was, like, starving at work. So I got home and I was like, oh, like, did you put the Soylent in the fridge? And then he was like, oh, no. And then I was like, did you not get my text? And he was like, oh, sorry, I was playing a game. So I started to get a little bit irritated, so I just, like, ate leftovers from the fridge because I really wanted to drink Soylent or something or eat, like, some hard-boiled eggs.
Why don't you just have some in the fridge?
No, we just got the shipment. And he got the box.
Like that day?
Yeah, that
okay.
day, like, he didn't open it or anything. So then, and I don't want to drink, like, lukewarm soy milk, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I got annoyed, so then and then he, like, came to check on me, but then I was just like, I'm fine. And then, oh, God, I just hate that I do that, but I'm like, I'm fine.
But every girl does that, honestly. Like, you can't, like...
It's because, like, in the moment, I really don't want to make it a big deal, but I know that inside it's just, like, pestering.
Yeah.
But, like, basically, I ended up watching, like, a bajillion episodes of, I finished the season of End of the Fucking World. I finished the season of Grace and Frankie, and they're all great shows, by the way. and I watched, like, 2 episodes of Grey's Anatomy, and I was like, this bitch didn't come talk to me yet. But then, anyway, at the end of the day, I was just, like sad, because I was like, you played the game the whole time, and you ignored my text, and I was starving. But it's all good. But basically, my thing was, like how to make this okay, because it's fine. Like, I think gaming, like, wanting to do something that you like to do is totally fine. But then, like,
it's just like, when should you know that it's not okay, right?
Like, when you're living with someone, like, I guess, like, marriage is a little far off, but, like, if you're, like, living with someone, like I guess also I get a lot of my entertainment from interaction and conversation. Smart. So I like need a person to stimulate me, or I get like fucking bored.
Yeah.
So I rely on his like
entertainment.
or like which is not great. Like I should be able to like entertain myself, I guess, but like TV shows only like make me interested for so long. Like I can only lay there and watch for so long. I guess I like to walk around. But yeah. So like what my thing was like, how do you make it work, and what is like too much, too little time, and like would you ever break up with someone because of it? Because I know that that's happened in someone.
But like have you ever had a situation yourself? Because you do game a lot. I remember at the apartment you would game like all the time, and like even today I was like, Mel, when are you gonna come to Christina's house? And he was like, it's gonna take me like an hour and a half. And like he I think RuneScape like it has like the time how long it's gonna take, right?
I wasn't even playing that. I just needed an hour and a half to take a shower and get here. I didn't know when you guys said 9 o'clock yesterday.
Oh, I thought you were playing game.
I mean, I was, but I could have got off at any point.
Oh. Well, I remember at the apartment I'd be like, Mel, I want to go here, like let's go. And he's like, okay, well give me like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, what? Like I don't want to go in an hour and a half. I want to go now. And then he's not even my boyfriend, so it's like, how can you even like what if your girlfriend says it to the boyfriend while they're playing game, and they're like, oh wait, like give me like 2 hours.
Okay.
What?
No, I'll say after.
All right. So I feel like it's up to the couple to decide like what split of personal time and together time works for them, and if one person is not like upholding their end to that, that's a problem.
Right.
So like I don't know. In some games, it's more like I just started a new game of League. This takes like 35, 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't leave.
Yeah.
Because, like, a lot of online games are like that, where you're like, there's a team.
Like, the games you can pause and the games that you can't pause.
Okay. So, like pretty much every online game, unless it's, like, a thing where it's, like, everyone is against everyone. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, a free-for-all kind of scenario. You could just leave and you're not fucking anyone over. But if there's any sort of team involved, like, there's a whole bunch of different kinds of games we were talking about yesterday. But like pretty much anything that there's a team involved, it's called BM, like bad manners, to like leave your team and and like
fuck them over.
Yeah,
but then if you're like a single player, like you're just fighting on your own, like free for all, you would like ruin your score, right? Or whatever your ranking.
Depends on the game.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean if you're playing 4 ranking in like a solo game, like I don't know, like Overwatch or something, you could play by yourself.
I like Overwatch because it's short.
Yeah.
It is.
Even there's
it's
a team in that
game.
too, but you could just not care about your team. Like if you're not playing with any friends and you're just teamed up with random people, you could just say fuck them, and then you might get banned. I don't know what rules they have on those.
Yeah.
Like if it's called going AFK away from keyboard, like that's against. There's like rules against that on a lot of those competitive games because you fuck your whole team over even if you don't know them. But if you do know your team, usually you sign up for like we're gonna play a game. This takes 35 minutes. Or in RuneScape, the game I play, there's like when you go to kill a boss, there's something that helps you, and it's called an aura, and you turn the aura on, and it like increases your damage, and it's usually for 30 minutes, an hour, or 2 hours.
Depending on the aura?
Yeah.
Like it's random?
Yeah, depending on each aura is different and you can extend the length or whatever. So usually with your team you decide like, all right, this is going to be a 1 hour or 2 hour trip. And that's why I'd be like, I need 47 minutes exactly. Cause that's
it would be like that.
I'd be like, I need
because the aura is left. Yeah, the aura lasts for that much longer.
Yeah, and you can tell. Okay. So you'd be like, and no one wants to like. It's kind of a waste. And like if you leave, they have to waste the time on that aura finding someone to replace you. Usually, like teams are okay with it if like your power goes out, your internet goes out, or like your parents turn your shit off and say you have to go. But if you're like,
God, how old are they? How old are they when they're playing? Like 12? Like 6?
I don't know, dude. My one friend who's like 20 or some shit still gets his parents still cuts his shit off and we give him shit for it so much.
Dude, that segues nicely into what I was gonna say. There was this video of this girlfriend that like her boyfriend was like playing League or something, so she would keep just turning off the TV, and the boyfriend would like not know why it keeps turning off, and then she'd be just like laughing, and then the video's she recording her boyfriend, but basically later he figures out that she keeps turning off his game. Like, he'll be like, oh my god! But then he won't, like, get upset or anything.
Because he doesn't know it's her.
Yeah, but later when he does find out, like, he's just like, oh my god, like please just let me finish it. Like he's like really nice. I was like surprised because I thought like, oh, this
He'd be like really pissed.
like he'd be really mad, and she still did it. And then he was just like, oh my god, please, like.
He's getting walked over, man.
I mean, he was really nice about it, but like
that's probably why she was doing it.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
that is fucked up.
I think that would be a little bit costly.
Dude, imagine if you guys were doing your makeup and I kept fucking stealing your mascara.
Oh
or
my
some
god!
shit.
If you, I think the worst thing would be if you like pushed us when we're doing eyeliner.
Yeah.
I think that's the worst.
Yeah.
Because everything else you can kind of clean up pretty easily, but like if you like fuck up the eyeliner, you have to redo your entire eye.
Like your mascara. Oh, not your mascara. Your
shadow.
Eyeshadow. Yeah, like. Well,
Yeah.
you don't have to, but it just like looks kind of off.
It's like if you even wipe off a little eyeliner, your whole eye's like discolored.
Yeah, I know. I hate it. It sucks.
Even know what
Makeup
I'm
sucks.
saying.
I mean, sure. I could think of a parallel. I remember one time when I was like 15, there's like this player versus player stuff where like you risk all of your items when you're fighting
Oh my
people.
God.
So if you die, you lose all your shit. If you're fighting with someone and your stuff turns off and they kill you, you lose all your shit. My fucking dad, kind of as a joke, he was like, go to bed. And I was like, all right, Dad, just relax, 15 minutes. He went and turned the fucking internet off.
Oh my god.
And I was lucky enough that the guy like had good manners or whatever and just didn't kill me when he saw that I wasn't doing anything, you know? So I didn't lose my shit, but I was really mad at him for that.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine.
No.
That's crazy. Like, that's so mean. No matter how pissed I was, I don't think I would turn off their thing.
I feel like it's kind of a little bit of like a both responsibility kind of thing. Like, I feel like if I had like a girlfriend who lived with me and I was like, all right, I want to play video games. In like 15 minutes, we're going to, start our auras and it's going to take 2 hours. Is that okay with you? And then if she says yes, so you got to be like, I told you this was going to happen.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta relax.
I think like at a certain point though, like some people do, I think maybe less so in relationships, but some people do play games for like an obscene amount of time where it's not really great for you. Like Jason was saying that his sister played MapleStory for like 2 days and like she couldn't even walk because she didn't get out of her like seat.
I've done some crazy shit before.
Didn't you stay up for like 14 hours or something?
Oh, I've done that before.
Yeah.
The craziest thing I did, there's like these things called double XP weekends.
Oh.
And sometimes, like, if you're trying to get XP in a skill, it costs money because, like, you have to buy like these herbs that you use for making potions, and they're expensive. So it's like it costs 15 coins for every experience point you get. And like, if you do it on double XP, it's halved because everything gives double XP, right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to save a lot of fucking money, so I spent 1 billion coins over a weekend, and it's 72 hours because it starts halfway on Friday and ends halfway on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I think I played for 60 hours on those 72 hours.
Oh my god.
It was kind of
No.
crazy. That was the
You're
crazy
insane.
shit I've ever
Wait,
done.
was that during school?
That was 2014 over Thanksgiving break.
So
Oh,
yeah.
freshman year.
Thanksgiving break, yeah.
Yeah, it was sophomore year, I think.
Oh, sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yeah. God dang.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
I've never done anything that crazy before, but I have played for like 8 hours.
Dude, how do you... Okay, Mel is also a real, like, master at staying awake because he's pulled so many all-nighters during school. Like, I don't even know how you do that. Like...
Oh, dude, last finals, I went to school Sunday, like, at 3 p.m., and I didn't leave until, like, Tuesday at 4 p.m. You know what I learned?
Fucking shit!
Because, like, I had a lot of homework. So, like, on Sunday, I did all my homework for Monday, and then I went to class for Monday, and then on Monday night, I did all my homework for Tuesday.
It's bothering me. I want to lift this up.
I think it's fine, dude.
Okay, but yeah. Continue.
You know what I learned that day? If you don't change your socks or take off your shoes for 3 days, your fucking feet smell horrible when you get home. I think Jenna got home and was like, why does it smell so bad in
Oh
here?
my God.
And I was just crashed on the... Like, I got home and went to sleep. Like, I didn't take a shower or anything.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. Dude, I definitely had that problem before, though. Like, I would wear Toms and not wear socks because I was a fucking idiot. And
No,
then,
everyone
like...
did that with Toms, though.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. Because
Don't
I
you
did
guys
see
have those
people...
girl socks that are like...
Yeah,
That's
they
what I'm
have
wearing.
some people
Yeah,
did
like
wear
those.
them.
Like,
yeah,
why
some people wear
wouldn't you
those
wear
with
those?
Toms. But at the time, I was like, I didn't go to Costco. You got those from Costco, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I have them now, and they're from Costco. But I didn't have those, so I was just like, I'm just gonna wear these because they're like loafery.
Mhm.
They're like
shoes.
slip-on shoes, sort of.
They're like
yeah.
meant to be slip-ons, like boat shoes and shit.
Yeah, I've seen them before.
But then like everyone that wears boat shoes, like your fucking feet smell like ass.
If you don't wear socks.
Yeah, if you don't wear socks. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I totally don't remember what I was gonna say. It was like about gaming or something.
Sugar daddies?
What? No. Gaming.
What do you guys think would be like? You know, like, what instances would you guys get mad at your boyfriends for playing too much video games? It really doesn't even have to be video games. It could be any, like, hobby that takes up free time. Like, I guess, like, video games is kind of like they're there with you, but, you know, it's more...
No, I don't think it's any hobby. It's definitely, like, just video games.
You're kind of... I was thinking, like, woodworking or, like, I don't know what else
Jason goes
people would
climbing
do.
with his friends, and I don't really care.
Well, he's not home, so you can't really do anything.
Oh, yes.
I was trying to think of things you could do. Like, people, like, paint those little
You and
miniatures.
woodworking, though.
Yeah.
You love saying woodworking.
That's a good example of, like, a home hobby people might do, or, like, working in the garage on their car or something like that.
I feel like, okay, I don't know why, but I feel like when you're actually getting up to do something, like if he was standing up and, like, working on his car, I'd be, like, less bothered about it. I don't know why. But also, I think the thing is for me, like, if I'm bored, then I would be more prone to being annoyed and bored and bothered, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But if I was actually, like, doing something and occupied, like, if the show was really good and I really wanted to keep watching it, like, I won't even care. Like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when I'm bored, which is pretty selfish. Because, like...
Yeah,
so...
It's like, you're right.
That's the only time, I guess.
that makes sense. I feel
So, yeah, I don't know.
What?
What bothers you?
About
Like,
gaming?
Or,
I
like,
don't know, like, what things would bother you in a relationship?
revolving around, like, not spending enough time together and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I don't know. It's been so long since I was in a relationship, so it's, like, hard to say.
Dude,
but...
okay, I'll say. I remember, like,
Okay.
girl, like, I put
I remember what I was gonna say, but what?
like, I'll put, like, my phone down, like, if I, like, so I've never lived with a girlfriend, so, you know, I've never been, like, just get off the game, you know? But, like, they'll, like, be texting me and stuff, and I'll be like, I just didn't respond for, like, 3 hours, like, they're gonna be mad. Or, like...
That's me.
Or, like, I don't know, or, like, they'll want to meet up so many times in, like, a week, and I'm just like, that's kind of its own thing, like,
I think it would have been harder, like, during school especially,
Mm-hmm.
to, like, to be able to give time to someone that didn't go to your school.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty hard, because on top of, like, having, like, time for
Yourself.
all your classes, you have your fucking homework that fucking take forever.
And then you want some yourself time.
Yeah,
know?
and you want your own time, and then, like, you also have a bunch of roommates. Like, it's just not very practical.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, for the whole... I think for the whole texting thing, it's okay to not reply as long as you let them know. Like, hey, I'm going to be playing this game for a few hours, like, so I probably won't
You
reply.
get so annoyed, though.
No, but then it's better than knowing, like, okay, well, at least he told me, rather than, like, you just suddenly not replying, you know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, let's say you're replying, like, perfectly fine for, like, an hour or 2 hours, and then suddenly you start replying for, like, 5 hours, and you're just like, where the fuck did he go? No, like, did he just vanish off the face of the planet? Like, it's like, that's what I think. But, like, I don't know, I haven't texted anyone in so long, so, like, I'm really lonely. I'm just kidding. But...
Kidding, not kidding.
I do this to you. Like, we'll be playing the iPhone games, and then he won't like play back in like a minute. But then for 1 second he'll like take, or like for like one time it's his turn, he won't reply for like 5 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's your turn, hurry up and go. But once again, it's because like I'm bored. You know?
Yeah.
So
no,
you, like,
I know
want them
exactly
to, yeah.
what you mean.
And then no, but what I was gonna say is the other day Mel showed me this post from Reddit that was actually like deleted, but then he was saying like, oh my god, Esther, like, would you get mad about this? And he sent me the link, and basically the link was like, oh, my girlfriend gets really upset when...
This girl was fucking crazy.
I didn't get to read it because it was deleted, but then like he was like, oh, my girlfriend was really upset about the fact that I don't always like and like comment, like I don't interact with her social media.
Oh, because you're pretty...
Yeah, but I mean,
involved, I guess.
She's not like annoying about it though. Like, I think it's kind of cute when Ed's like, Mel, go like my Instagram post right now. But like, this girl seemed crazy on that Reddit post.
Okay, what did she say? Because I didn't get to read it.
So like the guy, he was like, I don't know if I'm just like, this is how the girls are nowadays. Like, I don't know if I'm not doing the right thing that I'm supposed to be doing, but like, she gets mad at me because I don't like every single Instagram post of hers very promptly, and like, I don't have very good comments on each one to respond with.
Oh my god,
and
that's
crazy. I don't like look at her Snapchats real quickly all the time, and and also like, it seemed like this girl wanted him to make his Instagram like their relationship Instagram, like hella pictures of like them together and stuff. She's like, my friend's boy, like she was saying that this dude's friends would like have cute pictures with their girlfriends, or I assume like those stupid ones where they like hold their hands and shit like that. Yeah. I'm sure like they had some of those or whatever, and she was getting annoyed that like he wasn't like super into this social media stuff, and like she was just fucking crazy.
But that's when I feel like girls like that, like that's when that they depend on other people's view onto the relationship. I also read the comments that's kind of what they said, like that's when the girl depends too much on how other people view the relationship, because you know how nowadays I don't know if it's still, but I remember like before everyone had like they wanted their relationship to be like relationship goals for like everyone else who was single, or like people who were in relationships, and they wanted to be like, oh, like I want to be like them, you know what I mean? So I think that's when obviously people are like too afraid of their too caught up, cares too much about their view, like what is it, like this social status,
kind of like other people's perspective of
like how they're viewed,
like the hierarchy of like social,
like how much they're liked and like how great they look or whatever, like looks wise or anything. It's just like I don't know. But then,
I feel like the one pretty girl out of the group who like got like a Instagram modeling gig, and she got like 2,000 extra followers and all of her friends, like she'll win that little like fight.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then like everyone else is like ruins everyone else's lives because of this one girl. It seems
right. Yeah. No, that's totally how it is. Because like girls just get jealous about everything. But the whole like thing about like what is it?
Social hierarchy.
Yeah, like she wanted him to like
do a lot of bullshit on social media.
I forgot what I was gonna say about it, but then I'm like losing my
like thoughts. Ed's done it a little bit like in a cute way to me.
Okay, but it's not like
but she's not like crazy about it.
It's not like you're my boyfriend either.
Yeah, that's true.
But I remember at one point
she takes my phone and likes all her Instagram pictures.
No, not that. But okay, yeah, I did do that, but that's not the point here. The point is, I remember I would like complain to Christina, like, oh my god, like this, like the person I was seeing, I would be like, Christina, oh my god, like he hasn't even liked any of my Instagram pictures, and like
she's like, he hates me. He fucking hates me.
Okay, yeah, but then it's not because like I want like the attention, but it makes me more like self-conscious about myself. Right.
Yeah,
it's just like does he not care?
He didn't check my Snapchat.
Yeah, like does he like not care about me? Like you know what I mean? It's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it like there's no other way I feel like that this would play out for like future generations. I feel like because social media is such a huge platform for like children nowadays, like they rely on it, and they're gonna care about everything revolving it.
I feel like if I had a girlfriend like that, I'd have to be like, all right, you need to listen up.
Listen up and listen real good.
Yeah. Like, just because I don't like your Instagram pictures doesn't mean anything. It just means I didn't look on Instagram today,
But then you're also not an Instagram person, like, at all.
Was he very Instagrammy or whatever?
Kinda. Yeah. He's an aesthetic person.
Yeah.
Did he like always post on there and shit like that and look at all his friends' stories and stuff like that? Like sometimes, I don't know why, like I honestly haven't posted on Instagram in like 40 years.
Okay.
But like sometimes I'll like maybe like once a week I'll hit the app and be like, oh, look at all these things all my friends did this week, and I'll like all of them or whatever.
Yeah. And then at one point I will see like Bell likes 10 of my posts because he hasn't been on Instagram for that long. But okay, I'll continue.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, you got good things out of me today, but don't get mad at me when I don't like the next 10 pictures for a week.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say that like Jason's not active on his like social media at all, besides for like scrolling through his feed, but he doesn't even like my pictures and he doesn't post any pictures, and like we're not even relationship defied on Facebook or anything, like
the status.
Do that shit
like
anymore?
we don't exist as a couple on Facebook except for the like my profile picture that I put before of us.
Do people still do that where they're like, Steve is in a couple with Miranda?
Unless if they're like married.
It used to be a fucking thing in my middle school.
I remember.
Like everyone was like, "Oh my god, congratulations, winky face."
It was, but then remember it became I don't know if it actually became anything, but
it became such an annoying thing when they broke up. They'll be like, "Oh my god," everyone would be like, "Oh my god."
Oh, it's like he's now single. Yeah.
So then everyone would be like,
"Stop putting off Christina."
Sorry.
Like she's taking a breath. She wants to talk.
Go ahead. You say that.
I was just gonna say, but now like Facebook is just a like old
person thing.
Yeah, like nobody even does it anymore unless if you get married. Like I think if you get married, they change it.
Yeah, old people write like long paragraphs about shit that happens to them. Like it's just.
Oh, dude.
It's Facebook and LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Oh God, fucking LinkedIn. I really like LinkedIn.
I feel like because it like says when you become single, no one wants to put themselves in a relationship because it's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But then I feel like that does bring up the situation where, like, what if the girlfriend does care, or like the guy friend does care, the boyfriend does care, and then they're like the girlfriend asks, like, let's say, because you could put it as like, oh, in a relationship, but you don't have to make it like public, like you don't have to post it on your newsfeed. So it could just change your status. But then, like, let's say the girlfriend looks at her boyfriend's profile, and then it still says like single. And then would that be something? What if she gets mad about that?
Dude, I haven't posted on Facebook.
I mean, neither have I. Who the fuck writes Facebook statuses anymore? I judge people who still write Facebook statuses.
I do
Dude,
too.
it's like fucking
It's
mad.
like, I feel like it's people who are like 24 who are like seniors in high school when it was like real big, you know? They still like stick to that shit, you know?
Yeah,
that's all the
Probably,
people
but
I
it's
see.
still weird. Like, or like people, like even people like our age who like post a shit ton of pictures on their Facebook profile and like comment about their pictures. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
yeah, this girl was like, oh my god, F all the people that wish me a happy birthday because you're all fake because you're just
Oh my
saying
god, I think I
that.
remember you saying.
Yeah, I was like, God, just be a little bit grateful. They're taking some time out of their day to wish you a freaking happy birthday. Like,
yeah, what the fuck? Also, like, because of that, actually, my past birthday, when, like, these people I haven't talked to in, like, like, we weren't even friends in high school, but they, like, commented happy birthday on my thing. Like, at that point, like, you don't even respond.
yeah,
You know? And then, so, after that, I just got rid of the
feature.
yeah, like, nobody can even post on my profile anymore.
Dude,
Oh.
it's the funniest thing, man. If you look at my Facebook profile, it's the last 5 years of people wishing me happy birthday.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm a animal video.
Yeah, every
sharer.
time I see a dog one, I'm like, oh, this reminds me of Christina.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad though because I've had people actually message me and said like, oh, like if I'm having a bad day, I go to your curated page of animal videos to
That's
make
funny.
myself feel better. So I'm like, good job.
I actually haven't checked Facebook in so long. Like,
Dude, you know what? Every time I'd like want to use my Facebook Messenger on my my computer, I had Facebook bookmarked, like Facebook.com, and like every time I'd see the 3 posts that are on the front page, I'm like, I fucking hate this website. And then like recently, I was like, why don't I just bookmark the Messenger? Because that's like the only reason I come here.
Right.
So I just changed the bookmark, and it made my life a lot better because I hated looking at Facebook.
how do you change to only Messenger?
You go to the Messenger and then add a bookmark on that URL instead of Facebook.com. You know you know how you add a bookmark?
Yeah, I know, but like, isn't Messenger on Facebook.com?
Yeah. So you just bookmark
The
the
page.
page that's
It's
for
like
the Messenger.
Facebook.com/messenger or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
but that's like the URL that you bookmark.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
But you know what's fucking annoying?
What?
I'll fucking Google this thing that I kind of want, or like click on a thing, like a website that I saw somewhere that I kind of want something, and like it'll just fucking show up for days on my fucking Facebook and like literally everywhere. Like even when I go on random websites, like Lyric Genius, like the sidebar has like unique little
Oh, yeah,
pants
I
that
hate
you
that.
looked
Yeah,
at
yeah.
2 days ago.
I
God,
hate
it's
that.
just
It's
like
so annoying. What is it called? Like, internet. Oh
I
god,
don't
it's
know,
like
it's
like
just-
a certain word where like it's like oh fuck, I don't remember.
It's
like
like
cachet or
targeted
like
ads?
cookies or something. Oh, targeted ads.
yeah,
pretty
targeted.
much.
Yeah.
It's just
Is that something with like spying? But what? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that stuff, but I just know that that's the future.
It's a world we're living in.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much where everything's going.
Also, Facebook is so shitty now because like by the time I get like even like to 5 posts down, it says like there's no more stories for today.
Oh yeah.
It does it to me all the time, and I'm like, well, I want to look at more fucking BuzzFeed food videos. Like, damn,
Yeah.
like there's no more. I mean, I could just go to their profile.
Honestly, like the only times I've ever enjoyed looking at Facebook is when I'm like looking over Ed's shoulder, looking at these food things. I'm like, oh, look at all these cool food gift videos.
I definitely love food. Like Tasty is a good.
Yeah. I love it.
thing.
I actually haven't done it in so long though.
Yeah.
I'm really into Shane Dawson now. Shane Dawson, YouTuber. I have his like, what is it called? Pop socket.
I don't know. What is the thing he does? Yes.
Oh, he's like, hey, what's up, guys? Yes. if he ever comes across this, I'm like obsessed.
You just hashtag him.
Hashtag Shane Dawson.
Oh my
God,
god.
what did I say?
I don't know.
Those food things, though, back to that a little bit. I remember when Esther and I used to live together, like, we'd go grocery shopping after looking at these little videos of food or whatever, and then she'd make these cool little things, and then I'd do the dishes, and that was pretty fun for a little
Oh yeah,
while.
we made really good pasta. I
Yeah.
remember.
Mhm.
Remember that
Wait,
one
where was
lemon?
I?
I think you had like class or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, life sucks.
I think we had, like, some days off together or whatever, like
Yeah,
Tuesday
yeah.
or some shit.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
God, I still remember the lemon pasta we made. It was so good. It was like a lemon chicken pasta. We should.
Dude, you guys should do it again.
I know. Like, I don't even know what recipe it is. I'm pretty sure I could just make it up. It was really easy.
It was like cream sauce with lemon and chicken.
Yeah. We'll do it again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess that kind of wraps it up.
How long have we been going?
45 minutes.
Yeah, 40.
Wait, okay, I want to talk to you guys about one other thing.
What?
All right, you guys, there was this video, and it was the CEO of Pepsi, who's the parent company of Doritos. She had some sort of like interview with a guy, and she was talking about what the fuck did she say? She was like, okay, so we ran some like, you know how they have like those focus groups or whatever, where they bring a bunch of people in a room and get a bunch of like things. They're like, it turns out that guys and girls eat chips differently.
What
So,
the fuck? Okay.
like, guys will, like, crunch these chips real loud and, like, lick their fingers afterwards and then, like, turn the bag upside down and eat the crumbs at the end, and that's what they enjoy doing. But as it turns out, like, from our focus groups, these girls don't like doing any of that shit. So
Wait,
we,
I do
like...
that all the time.
I do that too. That's so weird.
Or, like, I'm sure, like,
like
girls do that, but they're, like, a little uncomfortable or whatever, and they probably said doing, like, I don't like licking my fingers, you know, I don't like doing this because it's kind of, like... What's the word for it? Like a frat boy type thing to do a little bit, you know? It's
like
a little vulgar kind of. I don't fucking know.
Douchey.
I don't know what the word for it is. Anyway,
Okay.
So they're like we found out that we like girls want chips that are, like don't put residue on your fingers,
But
don't
those are the best kind of chips.
and don't like make too loud of a crunch. So like we're kind of working on making like a girl Dorito. And she got a lot of shit for that on Twitter. She's like, "Why are you being so sexist?" Like,
she totally is.
That is so fucking sexist.
All right, go ahead. Why do you think it's sexist?
That's like the other thing. There was like this thing on like the Ellen DeGeneres show. She was like, she was saying that they were making a fucking pen for women.
Ellen DeGeneres said that?
Yeah, like she was pretty much like, yeah, we need a pen
like what the fuck? Yeah.
for women. Like,
yeah, like what's the difference?
Yeah, it's just so annoying. Like, did anyone like whoever even complained about chips being too like crunchy or like?
Well, I'm sure, like, you know, like, if there was people who, like, maybe subconsciously didn't, like, prefer those things, they'd get a kind of chip that's not like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, but I think, like, to have her actually call it out and label it, it just seems so
like, okay,
extra.
It was, like, a faux pas to do it, like, in this interview. But, like, realistically, like, they're trying to sell you products. So, like, if they're, like, women are more willing, like, even if they didn't, like, label it, like, Doritos girl chips, like if they were just like Doritos, you know, like some bullshit name that's like
Light.
Gender neutral. Yeah, like even not that. Like they didn't even have to make it diety. They could just make it like Doritos like compact or some shit like that, or I don't know, something like. And then it would just be like those
Right.
things, like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
more females would buy it.
Right, but I think like because I don't know, I guess she wasn't trying to do this on purpose, but by calling out the genders,
Mhm.
I guess that's what pisses people off.
I mean, I think honestly, people care way too much about like everything. Like the whole like Pepsi commercial, I know, like, you know the whole Pepsi commercial with Kendall Jenner, that whole scandal thing. Like everyone, like,
That was just a dumb commercial.
It was dumb, but like basically everyone got like all the protesters got like super pissed, like, oh, so I could have just given a Pepsi to a fucking cop.
It's
or
like
whatever.
taking it so fucking literal.
Yeah, and then like so the whole like Doritos thing, I feel like it is sexist in a way because like not all girls are like that and not all guys are like that either. You know, like everyone's different.
Right.
So like in the end, like just like everyone is different from each other. It's not just because they're different genders. You know, it's just like because we're different people. So the fact that anything, even like there's a lot of chips that are like skinny. You know, like pop skinny or like diet or like light or whatever. But like I feel like in the end, girls do tend to go for those.
Yeah.
Rather than guys. You know, not even to be sexist, but like. Just because there's so many double standards for girls, like, and they have to like be pretty, and like maybe the reason why people took that Doritos whatever CEO the wrong way is because like there's a double standard of girls having to have really good manners, or like which is why they don't want to like lick their fingers because it's like dirty and like
that's more
exactly. So like which is what, and then so people got offended because like, oh, why can't girls like be like a dude, like why can't girls fart in public and not give a shit, you know, like just like all that stupid shit. But then like, dude, like if you're a girl and you want to fart in public, just fucking go ahead, like no one's gonna give a shit, you know what I mean? Like
That's
stop
true.
taking up the
like,
ass.
If it's like at the end of the day, if you're being yourself, like why do you even care if someone's like, oh, women are this way, like just fucking do what you do.
Exactly, just be like, oh well, they're not, but whatever. Like
I think like the problem is kind of like the way companies go about it sometimes. Like, have you guys ever heard of like the pink tax or whatever?
The what?
It's called the pink tax. It's like a thing.
Oh, I heard that like women's clothes are more expensive.
It's like sometimes when things are just more expensive because they're like have a woman label on them. Like have you guys ever seen like those girl razor blades that are more expensive?
Yeah.
Like that's one of the big ones, like girl razor blades.
That's
like,
actually really stupid because I think male razor blades are better.
I don't know if there's anything different, but I'm like sure like if they did do anything different, it's like
pink.
No, well, I mean, other than the colors, like the girl razor blades are probably like less likely to cut you and for like smoother skin or something.
Yeah.
If there's any difference at all, like I don't know if there is.
Wow, I actually didn't know about
that. But like that shit is like 3 times the price. Like it's kind of intense.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fucking annoying.
So like I feel like if they just to make like the internet happy, I think they kind of need to like not label these like gendered, you know, like. And probably keep the price. I don't know like how real that pink tax is. Like I've seen some videos and it seems like it is happening.
Like pretty real.
Yeah. But I don't know if those are like biased videos because obviously shit like that is biased.
Yeah, all the time.
But it seemed like those razor blades. They just went to the store and were like, look at the price of this and this, and I was like,
I think when it comes to stuff like women not being paid fairly, women like from earliest like when women didn't get the right to vote kind of shit, like all that stuff is worth fighting for. But I think I think the fucking internet is so fucking weird nowadays. Like they really try to fucking like Twitter is a fucking crazy ass place. Like, it's really actually kind of annoying because like I'll just like some person will post something and it's just like a random person, they're not even famous, but like if it's something that's controversial, they'll just get so much fucking backlash and like so much like random shit for it, and it's just like damn, like some like what if like, and I'm not saying like I want to be someone that says like random stupid shit, but like I probably do, but like I don't want to like, oh, you know what, oh sorry, it sucks that everything will live on the internet. Like if someone posts something and it gets a lot of backlash, even if you take it down, someone probably already
that's not a bad thing sometimes.
That's
like,
not a bad thing because
video?
most of the time the person that it is done to did actually do something really fucking shitty and they should fucking like own up to it. Like
did you see that video of that lady who was just being super racist on her Instagram story and she got kicked out of college?
Oh, yeah.
Like she was saying the N-word, like, fuck you.
Dude,
then,
you know. There was
you ever seen that one?
No, I haven't.
People on Tinder that, like, pretty much, like, after the girl, like, rejected this guy, he, racial slurred at her, and then she, like, sent it to his, like, dean or whatever, and he got kicked out of school, too, or something.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, I don't know. This is... Oh.
You know what? I don't get that. Like, if he's so racist, why would he even want to date someone he doesn't like that much, you know?
Dude, yeah,
I feel like he wasn't racist, but the fact that she denied him was like, oh my god, like you're
obviously one of those people,
yeah,
or something
I don't know.
like that. I guess that's a weird mental gymnastics.
I do not understand people that like get really fucking defensive when like girls reject them. Like, why would they not just leave it alone?
Yeah, like how cocky are you? Like you're not so amazing that every girl's gonna fucking say yes to you. So like if one girl rejects you, don't take it up the fucking ass. Like
why? Like we were talking about this the other day, but it's like why are you making it hard for both of you? Like why are you not ending this conversation?
Did you guys have a story that happened that you were talking about?
Oh,
yeah. Okay, so I already told you this, but like basically this guy, when I had a Tinder like long time ago when I first downloaded it, I'd matched with this guy and like we texted and stuff, and like he would send me like Snapchats and like that were like they weren't nude or anything, like it was just like regular Snapchats, but like and like eventually I realized like, oh, he's not really my type, and so like he was like, oh, like when are we gonna hang out, like when are we gonna meet up, and I was like, oh, probably like never. And like I always tell like every single guy I meet on Tinder or like I talk to on Tinder, like, oh, I'm probably never gonna see you because like I don't like meeting people because everyone's a disappointment. I'm just like
pretty gloomy.
Wait, it's actually so funny. She like actually does tell everyone like, yeah, everyone's been a fucking disappointment. So you know, so I'm not getting my hopes up.
Yeah, I mean it's happened every
pretty
point
true
in time.
Though.
Yeah, so like and then
you never had like a good experience with Tinder?
Never.
What about that one guy
that peed in my room?
No, not him. The guy you were dating for a little while.
Oh, but then we had mutual friends.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
They only use that as a reason to talk.
But I did meet him before we even talked on Tinder.
Yeah.
But like, anyways, the guy that we. But anyway, so this guy that we met with and like blah blah asked me if we were gonna hang out, and I was like, no, what?
I'm just thinking the part of this that got deleted. You got mad at me for saying their names, and then I got mad at you for saying my last name.
Well, I didn't say your last name.
I didn't say their
we all
names
did good this time.
Yeah, and then so Yeah, so, and then, this was like a year ago, I think, like a year and a half, and then, actually it was probably a year.
Wait, which story are we talking about?
The guy who I matched with a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
And then so he sent me a picture, and he's like, oh, like, why aren't we gonna hang out? And then I was like, oh, do you want, like, honestly, like, you're not my type. Like, you're just, like, I'm not really looking for anything serious, and I already told you that I don't like meeting people because everyone's a disappointment. It sounds like not fine, but it's not fine. But, and then, yeah, and you're just not really my type, like, looks-wise. And then he was like, oh, okay. And then so, like, after that, like, I had, like, I, like, deleted my Tinder and whatever. And, like, recently he messaged me on Facebook. I don't even know how he found me, but, like, we have one mutual friend.
Well, that's the way. He just typed Esther in the mutual friends list.
What? What do you mean?
He'll go to the mutual
if he
friends
remembered who was
list.
your mutual friend, he could just go to that mutual
Oh, okay,
friend.
no, but I
and find
tried
your
that. So I went to her profile. I was like, how did he find me? I went to her profile to look at her friends, but it's like, you can't see her friends.
name. Oh.
So you know how you have the option to show your friends and like hide
Yeah,
them?
and you never told him your last name.
Oh.
Maybe he could find your picture.
What's
No, I
your,
think I did.
does your Snapchat have your last name?
Well, I mean, I blocked him on Snapchat.
But you had him on Snapchat at one point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I
Is
told
it
him my
like-
last name too.
Yeah.
Because we were texting and stuff. But like, still, this was a year ago.
Yeah.
And so like, recently, like literally this past Friday.
Thursday,
It was Friday.
yeah.
This past Friday, he messaged me. He was like, hey, haha, ... And I'm like,
Oh, I was so confused. I thought he was just this club promoter that messaged you.
no, that's something else.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
That is a
God.
different that's a club promoter, yeah.
Dang, girl.
No. And then, so
That's
yeah.
popular.
So I told Christina, and she was like, dude, why does he have to make it so awkward for both of you guys? Like, you already rejected him once. Like, does he want to be
Dude,
rejected again?
I think I was telling Ed about this. I remember one time I I don't know why this happens. This happened to me like 4 times when I'm having like a good conversation with a girl, and like they'll like say shit that's like, okay, you're obviously interested in me. Like this one girl, like
Girls are players, though.
she
Like,
made
they're
like some
fucked up.
stupid joke that was really like kind of just like a real dumb joke, but it was kind of cute because she was cute. And then she was like, oh my god, don't unmatch me. You're pretty cool. And then like the next day she stopped responding to me, and then she unmatched me. I'm like what? Anyway, so like one of the first times something like that happened, like I was having a conversation with a girl and we had some things in common, and we were talking, like she was like some like digital artist too, so we were talking about like the programs we use and stuff, and then she just stopped responding. And then like I don't know, I text her like 2 days later, she didn't respond. I text her like the day after that, she didn't respond, and then she unmatched me. And then like a few days later, I was like, well, I still have her Instagram. I'll just, maybe it was a glitch. So then I messaged her on Instagram. She didn't respond. And then like a week later, I was like, dude, what the fuck was I doing? Like, it's obvious she just didn't like me.
This is so funny getting like the other side.
And after that time, I kind of realized like, okay, if they don't respond for like 2 days, this is a fucking wrap, dude.
Of course, yeah, dude, 2 days.
But it doesn't make any, like, I get it if we're not really, like, hitting it off, but, like 4 or 5 times we're, like, going at a good conversation, and then she just stops.
Maybe they're like, I feel like girls do this thing where they delete their Tinder just periodically.
That's what I did.
So they'll just, like, yeah, I did that too. And I know that, like, our other roommate does that too. We'll just kind of download it when we get bored and then, like, delete it when we're bored of it.
Yeah, so, like, that when you delete it, you unmatch everyone. Unless you only
Not that I
delete the
have
app.
one right now.
I don't know. This happened to me, like, last week. I was having a really fun conversation with this girl, and we were, like, sending each other music and stuff, and she just stopped responding, and I was like, well, I learned my lesson from the last times. This kind of sucks, but oh well.
Honestly, you might have gotten bored. She might have gotten bored of you.
I don't think so. She was the one that said that thing where she was like, oh my god, don't unmatch me or whatever.
It's so bizarre. I don't know. People are pretty...
Yeah, people are weird. You know what's more annoying when I talk to someone and I'm like, oh, like, and I'm like obviously being a bitch and like I don't want to talk to them, but then they just keep texting me and I'm like, like I have my read receipts on, so I just read it and I like don't respond. And they're like, this one time I was talking to this
Dude,
guy.
I have my read receipts on just to play mind games with people too. It's fun.
Okay, I don't do it for mind games, but then it's just like I want them to know that I read it, But like, anyways,
that's kind of a mind game right there.
it depends on the reason.
It's not like I'm trying to like ruin someone's life or something. Like we're at the fucking hospital and I just leave them on red or something. But like I don't know. Sometimes if you want to pretend you haven't seen someone's thing, you just want to open their text message.
Right? Yeah. Or you could just turn. The notification ball like really pisses me off, so I like turn off my read and then look at it and then turn it on again. I'm evil. I never do it to you. I only do it to people I like.
I just think that's so fucking funny that you go this extra step for this reason.
Dude, Ed got me into it. I was like, these read receipts could be a good thing. I could use them to my advantage.
Wait, you didn't always have them on?
No, I mean, I did at the beginning, and then I turned them off for like a few years, and then I saw you had them, and I was like, I like this.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of like sometimes it's nice to like let the other person know that you've read what they had to say.
Yeah, like I do it because I like it when someone has their read receipts on.
Yeah, so do I. I kind of wish everyone turned them on.
Oh,
Exactly.
Really? Wait.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't turn. Well, I guess like turning them on, is it automatic, or do I have to turn them off, or like is it automatic when you just get your phone?
When you just get a phone, you have to turn it off. I think.
Off? Oh, okay. I think I did turn it off, but I just never turned it on because I feel.
I think you just got a new phone yesterday.
Oh yeah, but it's my old Apple ID, so the settings all the same.
Yeah, like I don't know, like if you're having like a long text conversation with someone and it's taken like 5 minutes to respond, it's kind of nice to have read receipts on so you can know if they like actually open their phone or not.
Yeah, that's only why I'm like, no, what the fuck are you doing? Because it says delivered and doesn't say read yet. Or like sometimes it'll say read and like he still won't respond. Because that happens to me all the time. Like I'll accidentally leave it open and then like I won't actually read it. But yeah, okay, anyways.
Yeah, sometimes sorry.
You know what they could do? They could use like Face ID, so you have to have your phone, like you have to have your phone on and open and Face ID, like with every text message to give a read receipt.
Oh my God,
like,
that's so
cool.
like an extra
Whoa.
Would it be cool?
I just understood
right?
what he was saying.
Would it be cool if that
Apple
worked
guys.
like that?
It's like no, but that's like the one. I don't know if it's Apple, but like there's this one device, like phone or something that like it could tell if you're looking at it, and if you're looking at it, the screen won't turn off.
Oh. That's smart.
You know what I mean? Like if you're reading something and you're not touching your screen for a long time, it won't.
I don't know, like a night.
I think it's like a Galaxy.
When I'm like in bed looking at my phone for some reason, like if I'm reading it, it goes off so quickly, like the screen, but like not during.
It's probably because
the
you have night shift on or something.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. Well, I guess that's a wrap. Sorry.
Thanks guys for listening.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
for having.
thanks for. Oh my God.
You go.
Thanks for.
Coming on.
Thanks for coming on. Oh my God.
Twitch.tv/Malad. Check me out.
Yeah, everyone check out Malad. Wait, you just said your last name, you fucker.
Twitch.tv/Malad.
Oh, just kidding. I think my last name. Slash. The slash got me. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.